So Lego Castle minifigures that come in the CMF lines have a problem. So before I tell you the problem with Lego CMF Castle minifigures, I need to kind of break this video into several different sections. The first section is going to be going through each, what I'm going to call army building CMF Castle figures, and these were like the main ones that came out in the series. Now there's plenty of fantasy stuff, there's plenty of like a more modernish kind of like that older, you know, think Conquistador or something like that. We're not going to get into every single like what would be maybe considered fantasy, maybe considered castle in some instances, maybe considered older times. We're only going to go off of either what's been a main faction or that you could buy a ton of and kind of build an army out of. And that's what I'm going to classify this video as. We're going to go through each one of those and tell you what has happened, because the price is staggering on some of these figures. I mean, just genuinely shocking. And then we'll talk about what the problem is, what I think, how it could be fixed, and what Lego Castle should do going forward. All of this video is because of the new Wolfpack figure we got in Series 27. And so we're going to take a look at him right here. This is actually my first time trying to get these. I went to Walmart trying to find this guy. I scanned the QR code, anyway, scanned the QR codes. People had broken into these, and I'll show a clip up of that, but yeah, it was devastating to see that. And no Wolfpack, guys. I did come a couple days after release, so, you know, and at the Lego store, I couldn't get the QR coder to work, so I could have probably picked up a couple of these because I was there January 1st. Cape is different. This is very interesting. The cape is more felty. I've heard people talk about this. Like, one side's really kind of more this matte finish, and then the other part's really furry. I like that look. I really like that look. Let's build up the figure here real quick. You know, of course, the star of the show here, in my opinion, there's two ways to look at it. Either the torso and leg print you got there just looks incredible, modernizing the Wolfpack torso we got, and even bringing it to a new level of what we got in the medieval town square. This is just really nice. You got dual molded legs, you got sidearm printing there. Let's go ahead and get his shield, awesome shield here, get a sword as well. Let's put the cape on him. And yeah, I mean, this is truly, I think, one of the best Castle CMF minifigures. I'm going to put them side by side, some of my other favorites, but this might be my favorite so far, but we'll see. You also get the Hood Star Wars piece, which is they introduced, I think, back in 2020 or 2019. Just a beautiful hood piece there. And this guy looks like a modernized Wolfpack soldier, even more so than the one we got in the town square, which I thought was good, but this one definitely brings it to a whole new level. And so anyway, this guy costs $5 at retail, an amazing price. I mean, you're getting a really nice quality minifigure, and they're readily available, right? Wrong. People have been going into getting the stores, ripping up the boxes, getting the QR codes, which is all fine and good. I don't have any problem people going in and trying to buy bulk of these, because I would have been doing that if I could have gotten there, you know. But now, over like even just less a month away from them releasing, they're now going for like $13 on Bricklink. And so this is part of the problem part, but you also get this really cool, I think, unique mold, a wolf here, which is incredible. I mean, like, really, for $5, this is an amazing buy, and I love this. You know, I wish Lego would do more of these things, and so yeah, they did this minifigure excellently. I have no problems with it. It's an amazing figure. So the other most recent one came in Series 25. This is the Vampire Knight. He only came out in 2024, so let's see how much he's gone up in value. So he started out at about $5 retail, right? Amazing figure as well. I'll go quickly through the minifigure. I mean, arm printing, awesome accessories, a cool shield. This is representing the Fright Knights and kind of bringing them to the modernized realm here. You get this awesome cape as well. An amazing figure. Now, he cost $5 at retail, again, very cool, but you kind of ran into the similar problem. Everybody wanted to get this guy, so you were lucky to get one or two of those at that $5. Now he's going for around $10, and this is only about a year after, you know, retirement, you know, where you can't really get these guys now out for $5. You're gonna have to get these guys off Bricklink or something, and they're going for $10 there. And it's projected to go up to $15. Now, in my opinion, $15 isn't still too bad for a figure. We're not into the crazy part yet, but the Vampire Knight, I don't think, is something that people are really going to be sought after for, and so I'm not surprised that he's not going up higher. Another really favorite of mine is the Falconer. Now, this girl, I should say, she started out at $5 as well. I did a different skin tone than the Lego variant, so this isn't what you bought, but anyway, mind that change, but the torso print is still the same. And you get this really nice Falcon piece, and yeah, the cape's is amazing as well. This could be used for so many different variants of your Black Falcon army, and this is cool, and I like this figure. And now she's going for about $10, still relatively reasonable. Now we come to the tournament night that came out in Series 20. This is where the problem kind of starts. Now, this guy I think retailed for $4 or $5. I don't remember if they had made the price change yet by then, but this guy is an amazing figure. For $5, people were freaking out. This flew off shelves. And now it's a really sought after figure. A lot of people want to army build this guy, and this has come out, no variant of this guy has come out ever in a Lego set. So you can see why a lot of fans would want to get a ton of these. And I was able to pick up about 30 of them at Brick Fair Chantilly 2022. I paid around $7, $8, $9 for them at the time, and I'm very happy with that. I even thought, like, man, I'm paying a lot for these guys. No, my friends, I was not paying a lot for these guys. Right now, if you want to army build these guys in 2025, you will be shelling out around $40 on this. $40 for one figure. And you know what Brick Economy forecasts them in the next 5 years to be worth? This is where things get crazy. $75 they predicted this figure will get to. Now, do I think they'll actually get to $75? I see that as a bit far stretch. I think maybe we're capping out on how much they're going to be at, but who knows? I think $75 could actually happen as well, which is insane. So that means the 30 of them that I got for around a $300 buy, if we're assuming that I paid $10 for them, which I think I did, that means that my 30 would be worth, it's times 75, $2,250. That is insane for just 30 minifigs, assuming I could get all of them sold, which I think I could. That's insane. That is actually insane. So, that's a return rate like far more than you could ever get in the stock market if you pick the best stocks, maybe, unless you got lucky, whatever. But like, that's a huge, really good investment, but that kind of hurts everybody that wants to get chromites. Now you really just can't army build that. And unless you're a billionaire. Alright, so moving on to the next figure, and I'll talk about the solutions at the end of the video of what I think Lego should do and how they can fix this. But anyway, also in Series 20 we got a Viking. Now I won't include any more Vikings in this list, because there's been a lot of Vikings over the years from CMF figures, but I will include this one because I think this guy is the coolest, and also I've seen a lot of people army build this guy. So he started out again at the $4 or $5 range, don't remember which it was now. You get an awesome shield, a cape, this really cool helmet that we've recently now gotten on Bricks and Pieces, which has really helped out if you wanted to buy some of these yourself, but of course everything else isn't, and it's not the printed helmet, it's a non-printed helmet. But that torso and leg print is awesome. Dual molded legs, dual molded arms as well, which is really nice to see. And this figure was awesome, and it flew off shelves again, now with a price tag of $31 if you want to get it off Bricklink. So again, kind of out of the range for trying to get an army of this. Alright, so Series 19, I actually didn't realize how much this guy was worth when I was researching for this video. I knew I had a couple of these guys, but I never really liked them. I never was like, ooh, this is a great minifigure, but apparently a lot of people do. This was the Fright Night from Series 19, and this came out in 2019. I remember getting these. This is kind of right around the start of my YouTube channel, when I actually kind of got more into Lego. Like, I was into Lego a lot, but this is where it really took a turn for the worse, when the YouTube channel started. But Fright Night here, I mean, he's a good figure, nothing crazy about this guy, but apparently a lot of other people think he is crazy. Again, $31 you're gonna have to shell out if you want to build an army of these guys. Series 16 gave us the Rogue, which is kind of a Wolfpack kind of related CMF figure. That's why I chose to include him. I don't really consider him an army builder really necessarily. I have, I think, 4 or 5 of these guys. I'm not trying to army build these guys, and I don't think many people are, but I decided to include this video because of his relevancy to the Wolfpack soldier that we got in the latest CMF series. Alright, anyway, so this guy, really, really cool hood piece. I wish they made this hood piece more. I think he's exclusive to this set. Let me know in the comments if that's right, but he's going for around $17. A little more reasonable than what we've seen recently, but this is still a lot of money. Really cool prints on this guy, and that Wolfpack emblem you see is kind of what relates it to the Wolfpack clan. I don't think he's actually part of the Wolfpack clan. Maybe he was a former member or something like that. If you guys know the lore, you know the lore. I don't know the lore. I'm making up the lore. Series 15 gave us the Frightening Knight, also known as the Bear Knight in some circles. This guy is a really cool as well, a Bear Knight. Again, one of the similar things that we have never seen this kind of faction in Lego, which was nice to see a new faction, a new castle variant. And this guy only goes for $27. This is crazy, but still not as bad as the Tournament Knight, and I wonder how much this will grow. Obviously the Tournament Knight seems to be a whole lot more of a popular figure, but again, $27 for this guy. still, we're getting into that custom territory range. He does have sidearm printing, dual molded legs, and a beautiful torso and leg print there, and an awesome shield as well. The shield is just great with that bear. Oh, this figure is tight. I only have like 4 of these guys. It's really sad. I need to get more of them, but at $27, I'd kind of rather get a custom Lego minifigure. So those are all the figures that I have on hand, but there were a couple more of these kind of army builders that I think a lot of people were getting a lot of, and I'll share them with you real quick. We have the Series 9 Heroic Knight. I haven't been able to get my hands on this figure. He goes for about $28, and then Series 9 also came out with the Forest Maiden. Now, she's not an elf. I didn't include any of the fantasy characters, but I would consider her more realistic, not as a fantasy, but more in the real world, and she comes to a grand total of $37, which is absolutely insane, but again, a really nice minifigure here. And then we got to Series 7. Now, I actually have a special story with this minifigure. This is the Evil Knight from Series 7, coming out at about $21 now, and this is very special because this was one of my first ever Lego minifigures. I don't know where he is. If you don't know, I have quite a bit of Lego, and he's kind of gotten lost. I've had this guy since I was probably like 6, 7 years old, so we're talking 10 years, 11 years. So, yeah, I mean, just insane. I don't know where he is. I'm really sad about this, but this brings back the nostalgia. That awesome armor printing is really cool, and I just remember getting this figure, and I think I just picked like one of them blindly, like one of the blind bags. Like, we just didn't go out and like try to find this guy. Like, it was just like, oh, here's a cool minifig bag. I got it, and I happened to get that one, which was arguably the best minifigure of that series, which is cool. But that was one of the first ever Lego minifigures I had. The Series 1 gave us the Forest Man, which is nice as well. Now I have a K-Town Forest Man here, which is really tight, and so I'm just going to show him up on screen. This is not the Lego one. This is a custom Lego one, and anyway, you can get the real Lego one for like $27. But yeah, so they're all the series army builder things. Now, I didn't include like the Snow Warrior that we got, that a lot of people maybe might be army building. I didn't include the Conquistadors. I didn't include the Orc that we got recently. You know, I'm not including the more fantasy stuff, all the barbarians that we've gotten. And if you want me to do a separate video on all those, listing all those off and telling me what I think about them, telling you what I think about them, there we go. I think that works. And so anyway, the problem is Lego is putting these figures in a CMF series, which is nice, but now you can't go directly and buy them off of Lego. You can't just like, you know, go to Lego, pay them $5, and you get the Wolfpack figure or the Vampire Knight or whoever it is. So to me, it makes it where it's hard to find. People go out, they buy them all up, and then they sell them for a lot more money. And I don't think it's necessarily bad giving exclusive prints, you know, in these things. And I don't think it's necessarily bad to do CMF figures and to have it where you can't order directly off Lego. Now, I wish they would do that. It would take away some of the fun. It would take away some of, you know, what they want to do, which is try to get more people to buy the CMF figures. If, you know, if they didn't do that, if you were allowed just to buy the Wolfpack figure, you know, Wolfpack figure would sell a ton more times than all the other figures, and Lego would probably make less money in the end. I understand why they do it, and I don't have a huge issue with that. What I have a huge issue with is they're not giving us another option. Like, for instance, with the Falconer figure, the reason why it's not so much is because we've had, the Black Falcons in the Medieval Blacksmith Shop. We've had Black Falcons in a Creator 3-in-1 set. You can get the Black Falcon minifigure torso pieces and leg combos from Bricks and Pieces. We've gotten that figure a lot more times. Yes, this is a special variant that you're getting in the CMF line, but it's not exclusive. It's not the only way you can get a Black Falcon minifigure. And so with this Wolfpack figure, it's kind of limited. Now, Lego did come out the Town Square, which is cool, but that's just that torso print. And it's kind of a basic torso print. If you want to get the custom cool legs, the arms, you're going to have to buy this figure. And so I think that's why this figure is going to go up a lot. With the Bear Knight, he didn't go up a lot because I think he happened a long time ago. Lego Castle wasn't as poppin' as it is now, and so that's why that didn't go up. But the main one I have a problem with is that Crow Knight. The Crow Knight we've never gotten in any kind of shape, form in Lego Castle before. We've never gotten anything resembling that. We haven't gotten a single thing that could lead us to get more of these. The only way you're able to get these are from Series 20, which is now 5 years ago. You can't get them on Bricks and Pieces. You can't get the CMF things off Bricks and Pieces. So you're left with having to buy, the figure from people who've gone up bought them all up, couldn't get it at the time, now you can't get it without spending a ton of money. I feel like the best thing to do is to still have the exclusive prints in CMF lines, but to give us another option, to give us some cheaper sets that are Lego Castle sets that have the Crow Knight. Not the exact Crow Knight we got in the CMF line, but a different Crow Knight, something that is maybe a little bit less detailed, maybe that doesn't have a dual molded leg, or that doesn't have, you know, all that stuff, like side leg printing and something like that. That's, I think, the solution, where people can still get Crow Knights, but not have to spend almost $50 now at this point, and soon to be maybe even more. So anyway, that's my problem and solution to the CMF crisis that we have here. Let me know what CMF figures you have. Let me know what your problems with the CMF line is. Again, I don't think it's a problem that we have CMFs. I really hope we continue doing CMFs. I also hope we get a Lego Castle CMF series. That would be amazing. Get us some like medieval, more peasants. Get us some more of these faction. Maybe some different types of variants like light armored infantry or heavy armored infantry. There's so much stuff that you could do from Castle, and I think it'd sell like hotcakes. They did it with Space, so I think they'll actually do Lego Castle pretty soon. We'll see, and I'm glad that they're trickling these in where they can, and I'm glad that they're doing something for the Lego Castle community, so that is good. Hope that never stops. I hope that doesn't stop. And again, the Wolfpack figure, an amazing figure. That fur is really nice on that cape. I mean, so yeah, again, I don't think it's a problem that we have the CMF series line. I think we should get some more smaller priced sets, or just bigger sets even. Even give us bigger sets, but allow us to get the torso and leg print on bricks and pieces, and we can build these armies a lot cheaper. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know your feedback in the comments. So really quickly, Brickafit just launched its latest minifigure, Ned Kelly, and this guy is full with 3D prints. This guy is full of Australian history. He's arguably maybe the most famous man of Australia, and this guy is so awesome. If you want to buy it, go over to brickafit.com. If you want to learn more about this figure, click this video now to learn everything about him. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.